After about 10 years now covering the RV industry and touring factories and talking to owners and hearing thousands of stories, good and bad, I think the single best RV buying advice that I've ever heard has nothing to do with brands, has nothing to do with floor plans or even price. It's this: shop the dealer before you shop for an RV. My good friend Tony over at the Stressless Camping podcast talked about this a little bit over on Josh the RV Nerd's channel, where he did a roundup of a bunch of different YouTubers and staff at Bishes to talk about RV buying advice. I'm sad to say Josh asked Abby and I to be a part of that video and we completely spaced it, but you should check it out. I'll link to it in the description. But I wanted to dive into this subject a bit because I do think it's important to shop the dealer before you shop for an RV, or at least as part of the process. But how do you do that? Because a great dealer can make RV ownership easy, and a bad dealer can make even a great RV feel like a mistake. And I didn't used to feel that way. I thought you should be willing to drive 1,000 miles to get the best price. But the industry has changed a lot. It's really hard to get good service, and a relationship with a dealer matters more than ever. So today I want to walk you through exactly how to judge whether a dealership is worth your business. I'm Jason Epperson, and this is RV Miles. Most new buyers obsess over floor plans. They compare layouts and features designed to get you to pull the trigger on a sale. But a lot of RVers learn the hard way that you're choosing your future service department. A lot of the frustration you hear about the RV industry belongs at the feet of manufacturers, but dealers play a huge role in the quality of the unit you buy and your happiness thereafter. But why can't you buy wherever you want and just go to a different, better dealer for service after you find the best price somewhere else? Well, the biggest reason is that warranty service just doesn't pay that well. Unlike the auto industry, service isn't where RV dealers make a profit. It's very common for RV dealers to deny service appointments to people who didn't buy their RV from them, or at least push those service appointments well into the future. Sometimes they'll even brush off serious problems with Band-Aid repairs for people that didn't buy from them because they're not invested in you as a customer. So how do you know whether you're talking to a good dealership? Well, of course, you can go read Google reviews and things like that, and that can be helpful. But I want to give you some concrete advice for what to look for in person. And one of the first things I look for isn't the showroom. It's the service department. Count the service bays. If a dealership has acres of inventory but only a handful of service bays, that's a warning sign. It tells you where their priorities are. Sales today versus support tomorrow. Walk that service lot. Are rigs stacked bumper to bumper, waiting for repairs? Do units look like they've been sitting for months? Is it chaotic or organized? How do they treat those units? Does it look like anybody can walk in and steal from them? And a busy service department isn't necessarily bad. RVs need service, but how that space is managed tells you a lot about the dealership's priorities. A strong service operation usually means better turnaround times, more experienced technicians, and a dealership that plans for long-term relationships. Now, when you actually talk to a salesperson, a good one doesn't mind that you've done your homework. They don't get defensive if you've watched videos, read owner forums, or researched floor plans and brands ahead of time. They don't dismiss your concerns. If you say you're looking for something that has independent suspension, they don't just say that's more stuff to maintenance. If you say you're looking for something that's under a certain length so you can get into more national and state park campgrounds, they don't just say those campgrounds are terrible anyway. When you say you want solid surface countertops, they don't just say, well, that's going to make your RV heavier. Those are all things that I've heard dealers say personally. They should take your concerns and needs into account. They can react to those things, but they can do it in a way that is honest. They can say, well, I understand your concern about that, but let me talk to you about this unit and why this might alleviate your concerns in a different way. Consumers do get enamored with things that don't matter that much, and good dealers know that. And there's no perfect RV, so you could be the problem. But make sure you're reading the tea leaves correctly. If a dealership is super dismissive of the things that you're talking about and not explaining to you their feelings on them, it's somebody I might walk away from. The best dealers I've met appreciate informed buyers because it makes the whole process smoother. And buyers these days are often very well informed, often more than the dealer. It's not a bad thing necessarily that you might know a little bit more about that specific floor plan that you've been researching for months than the specific salesperson you're talking to. But if they act like they know more than you do, be careful. More in a moment, but first, this episode is sponsored by RVmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding. Get a real mattress for your RV instead of the cheap piece of foam that it came with at RVmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding. They sell real mattresses and all the odd sizes RVs require, like short kings, Olympic queens, and odd bunk sizes, different thicknesses, and more. Their mattresses are toxin-free, they're made in their factory in Arizona and shipped to you vacuum-sealed wherever you are. You just unwrap them and let them expand. They have a 120-night sleep trial, free shipping, and a limited lifetime warranty. But the best part is that the RV Miles community gets 30% off. It's the best deal they ever offer any day of the year with code RVMiles at rvmattress.com/RVMiles. That's rvmattress.com/RVMiles with the code RVMiles at checkout for 30% off. A good salesperson's also going to spend the time to actually let you look at the unit. If they don't want to show you it with the slides in, or they don't want to give you the time and space to open every cabinet, if it's parked really close to another unit and you can't open up storage bays and they don't want to pull it out for you, they don't give you the time and space to do that stuff and sit in the RV like you would actually camp, I'd find somebody else. All right, there are a handful of money-related signs that should warn you off of a dealer. And the first one for me is non-refundable deposits. I know this is becoming more common, but in my opinion, if a dealer needs to lock up your money before you've fully committed, that's worth questioning. Deposits are normal, but a non-refundable one is something to be concerned about. A confident dealership should be able to earn your business without trapping it. I get it somewhat if you're ordering an expensive motorhome and you're going to be making specific customizations, stuff like that. But there's no reason you shouldn't be able to get your deposit back, at least if there's a problem with the unit. I've seen people pay $5,000 deposits for orders and not be able to cancel that order after months and months of delays in getting that RV from the manufacturer. That's a deal breaker for me. And if they have large deposits, you really need to know what the fine print is on that deposit. Another pricing red flag to me is dealers who only talk about monthly payments. It unfortunately works really well on a lot of people, so even good dealerships will use monthly payments, no matter the length of a loan, as a sales tactic. But if all the units list monthly payment prices instead of the actual sales price, if when you sit down with the financing people and all they want to talk about is the payment and speak really fast when they talk about interest rate and the length of the loan, or they don't even bring those things up, I'd be concerned. That exact situation has happened to me. If every conversation keeps drifting toward, we can make this fit your budget, instead of focusing on the total price and long-term cost, that's a warning sign. And financing all those small extras, extended warranties, coatings, accessories, might only raise your payment a few dollars a month, but over the life of the loan, that can cost thousands. It's not that all of those things are bad, but it's important to know what you're actually paying in the long run. Don't let them give you a monthly cost for an extended warranty. Know what that extended warranty actually costs in total so that you can shop against it. Another big financial red flag is massive pre-delivery inspection fees. Some dealerships get you in the door by advertising some of the best prices in the area, but then they want $3,500 to do an inspection on the unit and fix anything that's wrong with it. They'll often sell it as, well, it includes the battery and a power cord and some rolls of toilet paper. This is absolutely not something that you should be paying for. And speaking of inspections, third-party inspections are so important and can save you thousands of dollars. But some dealers don't want third-party inspectors on their lots. Even if you're not going to use a third-party inspector, which I highly recommend you do, you should broach this subject and see how they feel about it. A good dealer will allow third-party inspection, even welcome it. If you want to hire an independent inspector, a reputable dealer should welcome it with confidence in their product. That confidence shows up in openness, not resistance. Do not let them say, oh, we do that for you. It's part of our wonderful customer service experience. That is an absolute no. Along the same lines, Ask about the process of actually picking up your RV and having somebody inspect it, and then the walkthrough that they're going to give you. A thorough delivery day should take hours and not minutes. Every RV is a compromise. Every brand has strengths and weaknesses, but the dealer you choose determines how those compromises feel over time. Your brand is important, but so is your dealer. If you feel rushed, if something seems off, if communication isn't clear before you buy, it's unlikely to get better afterward. A good dealership experience usually feels calm, informative, and collaborative, not high pressure, not rushed, not confusing. You might have heard that that's how dealerships work and that's how it's just going to be. That's not the case. A great dealer treats delivery day like the beginning of a relationship and not the end of a sale. And honestly, that can make all the difference between an RV you enjoy and an RV you truly regret. If you've had a great or a terrible experience with an RV dealer, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Your stories help other buyers make smarter decisions as well. And if you found this helpful, check out all our other videos on buying smarter and traveling better and making the most out of RV life. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Hit the like button. If you got something on this video, subscribe if you want more like it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.